And they, what can you actually say? I don't think there's a team in the world, barring maybe Real Madrid and maybe PSG, that wouldn't swap their position for Arsenal's in terms of squad depth, psychological side of things. Everyone in the squad seems to be happy. There's not too many egos going on there. Financial situations brilliant. The fans are everything right now. What's the date? October 20 whatever. Everything right now is perfect with Arsenal. And we know it's obviously peaks and valleys, but at this current moment, I don't think there's anything anyone can say to discredit how Arsenal are doing. It's like you were saying before. It's we've got that baggage in terms of mentality. We're not going to know, like you say, until May if they've got that in them. But these players are unbelievable at football. No one is disputing that. What people might dispute, and what is fair enough to dispute, is do we have the bollocks? Can I swear?
Yeah.
We have the bollocks to get it over the line?
And there you go, people. I thought I'd just start with that. You know what I mean? Welcome on in. Big up. We're back with another Under the Lens. And today we have a member and also a content creator, Goonerican, in the house.
What's up?
Big up to you, my friend. First and foremost, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Man, it's cold. Man, it's cold in the UK.
It's brick. It's brick cold. For sure. For sure. It's cold.
It's freezing outside, but yeah.
Yeah, man. But other than that, everything's okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It's just Christmas. Everybody get crazy during Christmas. So
they sure do. They sure do, man. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to Gavin L. Big up to Kwaja as well. I've pinned this. This is both Goonericans and the second channel. So make sure you go over there and click that. Especially.
And you found a second channel?
Yeah. Because you know what? I set it up because I'll just tell you quickly. I set it up because when I was going back and forth with the AI, I didn't know if I was going to get monetized on this channel until I just literally I asked Grok from X. And it told me just literally press a couple of different things and all of a sudden it all worked. But I couldn't get that from YouTube themselves. So I set up another channel thinking I'm going to have to start all over again. But luckily, it's there anyway. Don't worry about the second channel, people. Goonerican, his name is in the title as well. So make sure that you go and show him some love. This is his Under the Lens. And like I said, big up to you guys, silent listeners, Gavin. Maybe we'll get some people, well, a couple of more people in once Jez and the legends are finished. But boom, let's start with you, my friend. I always want to start with your first kind of exposure to the club. I believe you're from Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Just kind of give us a little lowdown on how you got in the club, how you got into the club and how you kind of came about as maybe a good and bad memory as well.
All right, so I mean, my journey for the club, I chose it. I chose the club. I wasn't one of those people. Like I saw Vigilante, that he's been kind of indoctrinated. I wasn't indoctrinated. I chose this misery. Like I chose this for myself. I always liked football. Being from Miami, it's kind of hard not to like sports. So I got my American football team. You got baseball. You got sports is kind of life in South Florida. So like I always watch football, but I was always like one of those. I like the Copa America. I like, I like the World Cup, that kind of stuff. I grew up watching, OG Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Diego Forlan, them dudes. Like, but I was never, because I grew up poor, so I never had like, Prem. I couldn't watch the Prem on Saturdays. Like, so you only watch what's on kind of regular TV. And I took a trip to Spain with my boys, and I visited Sevilla. Like 2015, back when they was winning Europa Leagues, and I was like, bro, this is nice. And my boy, he was like, man, if you like this, you should get into the Prem. I was like, I mean, that's another league to watch, but all right, give it a try. He was a Chelsea fan. So I first started like following. First started looking at Chelsea, and then I was like, nah, these dudes ain't for me. I like the feeling of clubs, like. So I started looking at Liverpool a little bit because I like Daniel Sturridge. He's still my favorite player. Like fit Daniel Sturridge was amazing. But for me, it was always like I wanted to choose a club. I didn't want no City. I didn't want United because being South Florida, all the Jamaicans like United. I was like, I want somebody who nobody likes, at the time. And it was Arsenal. I didn't see a lot of Arsenal fans, so I was like, my wife actually was like, yeah, I like red. I was like, all right, give it a go. And then we took a trip to London, and I was still kind of on the fence. I was like, I don't know who to support. We took a trip to London. She was like, listen, we here in London. Let's just go to the Emirates. Let's see what it's like. And I walked in that joint. I saw the gold trophy. I saw Arsene Wenger with the puffer jacket. You remember? You ever did the tour like back in those days where they had like all the players along the hall, like before you walked out into the pitch?
Yeah,
You know,
no,
you see
no.
Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, walk in the locker room. And back then, I don't know if they still do it, but you could actually go into Wenger's office. So you
Yeah.
like saw his stuff, and I was like, yeah, bro, this is nice. And then I went to the little museum, and I saw the Charlie George statue. I saw, kind of the trophies we had. And one of the stewards was like, "Hey, man, if you think this is nice, go around the corner. All right, it's not there anymore, but it's still kind of there. You'll just keep walking, and you'll see what you need to see." So I walked down there, didn't know where the hell I was going. I walked to the Arsenal station, and then I took the right, and he was like, "Just keep walking, you'll see it." And when I saw like the side of Highbury, I was like, "You know what's crazy? Highbury still has aura, even though it's flags. You
Yeah.
go outside the stadium, you like, damn, this is somewhere where winners used to be, and that's what I think the Emirates don't got. But we'll get into that later. But like, I walked there and I was like, yeah, this is the club for me. This is it. And ever since that day, I chucked out everybody else. I still collect jerseys because I like fashion. But as far as Prem, it's been Arsenal. I got a row of Arsenal kits from that day to this one. Like, Alexis Sanchez really set me up for failure, though.
Oh man,
he set me up for failure, bro.
I was so excited with him, man. And don't get me wrong, he was still very good for us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he was for me, he was the last player other than maybe Aubameyang that could kind of really grab the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of the team's not playing well, but he was going to step up. And when he was, when I heard that we were signing him, I was just so like, I don't know. I was so gassed, man. You know what I mean? I really was. I thought we're going to win everything now. It didn't quite work out that way, but that's great, man. Before we continue, let me just big up Wahaha in the building. He's bigging you up as well. Juju saying a Puerto Rican Arsenal fan. If you don't get back to baseball, I ain't got a clue about baseball either.
I played baseball, man. It's so boring to watch, but it's fun to play.
Fun to play, like cricket. 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 If you're playing it, it's all right, but watching it is dead. Big up to Kwaja. Like I said, big up to Gavin L as well in the building. Keep your comments coming in, guys. If you've got any questions for Guna Rican, just pop them in and we will get to them. So give me like a first early bad memory of the club for you, bro.
10-2. 10-2. 10-2. I'm gassed. Like I said, my mate's a Chelsea fan, so I'm gassed. You know, we get to the Champions League. We got Bayern. I was so excited. I was like, damn, man, this is it. Like, and I just remember sitting there and like, I was like, what did I just watch? I was like, because I'm from Miami, so we talk shit. I mean, I don't want to cuss, but
listen, you can do what you want.
We talk smack, you know what I'm saying? So I'm telling I was like, bro, when we smack Bayern, we gonna win the Champions League. And we got embarrassed. I just remember sitting there just like, and looking at like Arjen Robben and like those guys, like they 42 years old. I was like, how?
Yeah, that's crazy.
How? And I was like, did I make the right decision? And the crazy thing, I've seen every other team, all my friends, I've seen all of their teams win trophies, and I'm still sitting here with an FA Cup 10 years later, bro.
Damn, that should tell you everything, man.
Devastated.
Devastating, but once the love takes in, as much as I hate the way that the club's run, I hate the manager. I'm not too fond of the Cronkies, but we'll always love the Arsenal, and it's one of those things, man. Once you make your choice, whether you like it or not, you're lumped with it, bro. So I appreciate that and big up. Give me like maybe an early good memory then. I mean, the tour, I don't know if they're still doing the tours, but I went and done, like I was in there last season for the Champions League. So all the pictures of all the managers and the players, and I've seen all of that stuff anyway, but not on the tour. So I don't know if they're still doing it there, but any other kind of like, early good memories about the club for you?
I mean, before the Wenger out stuff, man, the FA Cup, like, I mean, Mesut Ozil versus Ludogorets, like, I was like, man, I don't know. Like, for me, the club, because, I mean, like I said, I've been watching sports. Like, Arsenal are very similar to the American football team I follow, which is the Dolphins.
Okay.
I don't know if you know about American football.
Miami Dolphins, I knew that much. Yep.
But the Dolphins, like in the beginning, they were undefeated. They're the only team in NFL history go undefeated. Like
Wow.
win the Super Bowl, never losing a game. So
Wow.
like when I went to Arsenal, I was like, damn, they did the same thing, invincible.
Right.
Like it's a lot of similarities. The community club, they're big in the community. They're always at the forefront of having black players, stuff like that. And I was like, I was always like, watching Alexis Sanchez, watching Mesut Ozil, even sometimes watching that donkey Giroud up top. Like I take Drew right now over Kai Havertz right at this moment.
I'll take him
like
in a heartbeat. Yep.
Looking at Jack Wilshere, when he was coming through the academy, he came in. Aaron Ramsey, like you know what I'm saying, when he got back from the whole leg break thing, and the team we had there, we had some clowns, we had some David Luizes and Mustafis, but it was beautiful football, man. Like we were gonna lose the game 5-1, but we were also probably gonna win 5-1 as well.
Right.
It was a win or lose. I was excited to watch Arsenal. Like, and I felt like during those times before the whole Wenger out thing, I felt like the fans were really behind the club. Like you would go and you felt, people were groaning a little bit, but it wasn't like it is now. There was no, ins and outs. It was just the Arsenal. Like you went and you had a good time. Like, but it's gone now, man. Like.
It really is. I'm sorry to even just keep making noises, but what you say, it does resonate with me so much because I was there. Do you know what I'm saying? I was. Do you know what I'm saying? We did have so many good times where it felt like, just like you've said it, and I haven't heard that for such a long time, bro. The Arsenal, everyone was together. There was no in and outs. It was just, we was upset. We finished second with Wenger. We're kicking off. We finished second with Arteta, and everyone's celebrating it. But there you go. There you go. But no, that's wicked, man. Appreciate that. So the reason why I played that clip as well as we start, because apparently that's where the club is. Everything's great. You know what I mean? Butter wouldn't melt. So let me have your interpretation on where you think our club is right now, bro.
It's crazy. There's a bit of that video I actually agree with. And it's the part where he says we have to have bollocks. I think that's what this team is missing. Right. Like, I mean, and I think it's been missing since Wenger days. Like, I don't have rose tinted glasses, but every time we would play a team like Bayern that we should compete with, we always crumble. Yeah. Like it was never, we beat the Leicesters, and then when we'd have to play somebody that we needed the extra 3 points to win the league, we never got it. And I feel like we've allowed ourselves to be in a situation now where we got Stockholm syndrome. We're okay with it. It's all right, guys. We've been here so long. We've been here 10 years. You know what? Second ain't that bad. You know what? We got the hope that we can get over it. Like I'm watching the worst Spuds team I've ever seen in my life win the Europa League, and we were in that trophy for so long. We lost to Villarreal. We were losing to Olympia. Like we were just losing to scrubs. Yeah. And I think that as a club, we're in a spot where it's just like we mentally can't get over the line because we don't got no dogs in the team. There's not a single person right now I go in that team that I go to war with. Right? Vieira, I go to war with him. I'm not even good at football. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right? But if Vieira said get on the pitch and mark this guy, I'm going. I'm giving 1,000%. Would I do that for Martin Odegaard? Nah, bro.
Nope.
Martin Odegaard? I'm watching him do the
bro. It's funny. Hold on. Sorry, I don't even mean to cut across you because I swear on everything that I love that I had this lined up because me and you were gonna look. I'm showing it to everybody. They don't like me for it. I'm getting called all types of names, but I'm playing it in my shows. You were just about to hit on it. Let's look at this right now, big man. Why not? Why not? This is our captain over here. There's no volume on it, so hopefully I don't get copywritten. It is mashed up with the in-betweeners dance. And I'm literally releasing a video on my second channel tonight. It's only going to be about 8 minutes, just going over this and what I think of it and just trying to tell everyone this is our captain. Because before I let you speak, and I'll shut up in a minute, before all of this in the box and everyone throwing themselves around, if Odegaard just would have gone to his guy, this Buendia guy, and put a foot in, I promise that goal wouldn't have happened. For me anyway, What was your thoughts on that? I know I'm kind of cutting in a little bit, but because you said it, I thought, let me just bring it to the fore, bro.
Hey, man, just let it happen. Uncle Views, let it happen. Listen, like, to say what you want about Granit Xhaka, right? If Odegaard had stuck a leg out there, even if it's a pin, we would have said, damn, at least he gave us the opportunity to save a goal. He did nothing. I could have been out there just fucking dancing. Left to the left, to the right. And that shows you where we've come as a club. Like, even the worst, David Luiz would have stuck a foot out. We'd have been upset with him because he gave up a penalty, but he would have done it. Right. Like, I just feel like Odegaard and people, we've become so accustomed to being soft. Like, you don't have to beat anybody up on the pitch. And N'Golo Kante he didn't beat anybody on the pitch, but he would give 1,000%. My captain is doing kangaroo jack in the box when we've literally got 30 seconds left in the game. And I'll be honest, would I be upset if he gave up a penalty and it went in? Yes. But at least he did something. At least he didn't do anything. So we're saying, and it's not just him. He's not the only one. But you see your captain jumping around, and then you see our defenders giving their body on the line. Raya's doing everything he can to stop the ball. And you got our captain, the guy with the armband, standing there looking at him like, oh, this is great. Oh, that was a great block. Oh, that was amazing. Like, he's spectating, bro. And you know what's crazy? And I don't want to rant, but it's the same thing that people used to slight Mesut Ozil for. Oh, Mesut doesn't run. Mesut doesn't do defensive things. Mesut's just being a pedestrian. Yeah, but Mesut Ozil gave you 2 assists a game. Martin Odegaard won't even pass the ball forward. So how can we compare the two?
Cooking,
right? How can we compare the two? And I'm not gonna lie to you. I love Martin Odegaard. I was gassed when we signed. I got an Odegaard jersey. He's one of the few that I have. But come on, you can't excuse dancing around. Like, do something. Do something.
Do something. Like,
anything. It's just like I was sitting in the middle of Croydon watching that, and my wife was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I can't believe that I just watched my captain, the captain of my football club, stand there and allow a goal to go in, and then drop to the ground like he did something amazing." Oh, it hurts so bad. What hurts? Your leg from standing there? Your feet from jumping? Like, come on, nah. I can't deal with the shenanigans, man. I can't deal with shenanigans. And people telling me he's man of the match.
Man of the match, Martin Keown. Oh, please remove yourself from off of Arteta's lap, from off of the whoever Arsenal's lap. I don't know.
Listen, if I was getting paid what he was getting paid, I'd probably glaze for Arteta too.
Right, and you know what? I was saying to someone recently, and I'm not even gonna say who it is, but it was a backstage conversation. I was saying, do you know what? I don't know what I would do in certain situations. It's not like I'm being approached by the club, and I know some YouTubers are 100% facts. I know it. It's been confirmed. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're seeing YouTubers on Sky. You're seeing, YouTubers on the little Paul Scholes and all that kind of things, that because they're all trying to mix it all up now. That is your £240,000 a week captain doing that. For me, if that clip going around the internet, and I'll shut up in a minute because it's your show, but if that clip is going around the internet, guaranteed they've all seen it. And if you want to tell me that this guy is going to be the captain from now on, I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm still flabbergasted. It's been days, and
we clapped giving away Aubameyang, who was our captain at the time, right? We clapped giving him away. You got the armband taken. I watched Aubameyang single-handedly win us an FA Cup.
Yeah.
Say what you want. He might have been late. He might have been flashy. He might have been a pain off the pitch. But on the pitch, he gave us 1,000%. Can you say the same about Martin Odegaard?
We've just seen it.
and I don't think, there's 2 players that I can think of on this current squad that I think give 1,000% for the badge. Declan Rice and Gabriel.
Facts.
That's it. And those should be our captains.
Facts.
Right? Even Saka. I love Saka to death. I got his kit as well. Right? But let me ask you this, Views. Let me ask you this. Right? You down a goal. You got 5 minutes left in the game. Alexis Sanchez or Bukayo Saka?
Sanchez all day long. All day long. All day long. But you know what as well? It's so hard. Yeah, it breaks my heart, bro, because it's not like he's Starboy for a reason. But you just got to look at Mr. Motivator that keeps running these players into the ground. It's so frustrating, man. But we're gonna get to that. Like I said before, we continue. Big up Kwaja. His prediction for the game coming up is 3-0. We'll talk about that in a little bit more depth as well.
At least.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Gunner for life. Big up to you, my bro. Please make sure that you are subscribing to my guest as well. Let's let him leave with a little bit more than he came in with. Big up to you guys. Kwaja again, Martin Odegaard copying. Yeah, basically. Jasmine as well. Big up to you, Liverpool fan. Slot out. She's still not happy. And big up to Brian, Chelsea fan. It's better to have tried and failed than not to try at all. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Big up Wahaha. People were looking at me funny when I was saying I can't wait for Odegaard to return. Bro, he had a couple of good games and then it was like back to factory settings, like so crazy. Odegaard ain't no captain. Yeah. Selling Jan, he's failed. Real Madrid wonder kid. Then we got Shane in the building. This fucking man. Hold on.
This fucking manager.
Shane's changed my life with that sound there, boy. Big up to Shane. Make sure I know you all sub to him anyway. Gunner for life saying Gabriel Magalhaes to be captain. That's what I've been saying months ago. But I was saying to Shane, I'm pretty sure it was him anyway. Like, I think it's his English. Like, not that he can't talk or understand it, but maybe that's not why, because he's acting like captain.
Can I say something about that? That annoys me to death, right? The whole English thing. Right? How many champions you think Bernardo Silva's English is the best? Like, I don't know why Arsenal obsessed with English. It's the same reason we ran, and I'm gonna be honest, and this is a tangent. I'm gonna go on a tangent. The same reason we ran Emery out of this club because his English wasn't good. But I guarantee you, if he had 1.3 billion and the time that Mikel Arteta had, we'd be sitting here talking about at least one league, at least 2 Europa Leagues, maybe a Champions League at this point, right? With the amount of resources that was gave. But we ran him out of the club because, Unai, he says good evening, and he doesn't speak good English. Well, his English is good now as his team's beating us, right? Destroying our title hopes. His English is good enough then. Like, no, I don't want to hear this, man. Like, this whole, our captain's got to be English. No, I want my captain to be a leader. Well, he's speaking Portuguese, Spanish, Swahili. I don't care what it is. If he can lead my team out there to a championship, I don't care how much English he speaks. I don't care how well he speaks to the media. All they do is waffle anyway, right?
All they do is waffle anyway. Sorry,
that's it. Like, I can't have this whole English thing. I want winners, man. I'm tired. I'm so tired of just hearing excuses for everyone, players, manager, the training pitch, the owners. Like, nah, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
In the words of Uncle Views, I can't.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. Big up Chris New in the building as well. Like I said, smash the like. Please subscribe to my guest if you haven't already. Like I said, let's let him leave with more than he came in. It's more than we can say about Arteta. But let's continue. Obviously, I asked where the club was at currently for you. The goal is obviously to win trophies. I think that's pretty obvious. Let's talk about the Champions League quickly because I do this with everyone. Because like I said, the top side of the fan base all want to say there's always progress. It's never regression. If anything, it might be stagnation. What do you think our chances are in the Champions League realistically this year, my bro?
I think we can at least make a semifinal. If we have enough players. I wouldn't say, if our players are fit, we can make the semifinals. Because I think these players can win in spite of. I think they can win in spite of Mikel Arteta. And I have people who say, "Oh, you think we?" Because as I said, I'm rationally delusional, right? I have my delusional moments, and I get very delusional on Saturdays and Sundays. But if our players stay fit, I think they will win in spite of Mikel Arteta. So I think we can make the semifinal. We should have made the final last year. I looked at that Inter team. We could have blown them out of the water. But our manager is a little bit of a coward. So
right. And you hit on it earlier. Every time we're in that real press, like we weren't I can tell you right now, and I say this all the time, I was doing the job last year, putting down those shitty red bags and the white bags and all the Real Madrid stuff. We always do those jobs. If we get to one stage where it's knockout, the semi-final, that would already have been penned in, right? And if we got there, we go and do the job. If we don't get there, the job's not on. It's not rocket science. There was nothing planned for before we'd even done the Real Madrid job. So I'm like, no, not even the club believes that we're going to beat Real Madrid. And we went on to beat them convincingly over 2 legs when the pressure's not on. When we needed that performance against PSG, though, we're flat as an ironing board. Do you know what I mean? And you touched on it earlier. That for me is the vice grip on the club. And I don't know who's going to change it. But for me, it's not Mikel Arteta. And just quickly as well, before I bring you back in, the reason I always ask my guest that is because last year it was the semis. The year before that, it was the quarters. Do you believe that this team can get to the final this year?
I believe we can. The Champions League is weird, man, because it's all based on the draw. Like, we could get Barcelona and then Bayern and then PSG, and we sitting here like, yeah, we ain't make it. But or we could get Inter, we can get the other side of the draw that Barcelona got last year. Like, we can get that. It all depends on the draw. As far as our quality, man, I think we have enough quality to beat most. And if our tactics were correct, then I think we have the quality to beat any team in football. But the problem is the tactics. I could have maybe 5 Messis on the pitch. If I got him playing defense, we ain't winning. Like, we're not winning. And I think that's the problem that we have with our wingers and our attack. That's another thing. But as far as like our progress, the next step in the Champions League is the final. That's progression.
Yeah.
If we make anything less than a semifinal, that's regression. That's what it is by standard. And this is the issue that I have with people who are okay with us finishing second. Oh, it's progress because we got more points. Guess what the progression from second is, everyone? First. First. So if you've gone 3 years in second, you have not progressed. It doesn't matter how many points you get, because a loser with 6 points is still a loser. A loser with 99. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool had one of the best seasons in their history. Guess what, guys? They still finished second. So they still lost. They were the best loser in history.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do like a grind my gears, because that's definitely one, especially when you got like certain other individuals that cover our club and they start talking about points tallies, and it just gets on my nerves. Did you win or was you second? Who remembers the points? That really just it winds.
In 1976, who won the league? Who finished second? And how many points did they have? Nobody cares, bro.
No one cares, bro.
Who cares?
Hey, so bang on, man. Big up for the few people dropping in. Like I said, big up Chris New. Please,
everybody.
Second is just best. Look, exactly.
That's it.
DG2's in the building. Please, my guy, subscribe to my guest. Show him some love. I know Chris has done that. Wahaha's done that. We love that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Big up Guna SE as always as well. DG, he said, I can't go another season without a trophy. Please, Arteta, learn from your mistakes. Now, this is going to segue nicely into my next, because I want to talk to you just quickly about what we did in the summer. Whether you believe that we're all tidied up, whether you believe there's still pieces, and if we're still missing pieces, then what are those pieces? A bit of a lot there, but
I think the biggest thing we're missing is a manager, to be fair. But as far as our pieces, left wing, man. I think I saw this stat that Martinelli scored. He's the first person to score in 6 Champions League games. That means nothing to me. Madueke scoring a double against Bruges means nothing to me. Can you do it against Stoke? Can you do it against Aston Villa? Can you do it against Newcastle when we need you to? If you can't, I don't care about it. Everybody's talking about, he's in good form. In the Prem, he has like 1 goal and half an assist, bro. what are we talking about? It's good form. Like in the summer, I think the business was good, right? We got rid of a lot of dead weight. I think if I was gonna fault Berta, the only thing I think he did wrong was Partey, but I get why he did it. If Partey didn't have, the case, then, and we let him walk, then I'd have been like, yeah, you messed up on that one. But if it was just a normal guy, we kept Partey, I'd be 1,000% all right. I think we did the right business. As far as left wing is tough because, you have some great ones. Kvara, you've got Rodrigo, and it just wasn't feasible for us to get those dudes. So I think we kind of stuck with what we have. Madueke, for what I don't understand, I think Chelsea has nudes on Kroenke. I
I'm
think
telling you.
Abramovich, when he left him to Todd Bowley. He said, listen, these are Kroenke's. If you ever need him to buy your crap player, just remind him that you have these. And he's forced to buy some. Like, I don't think Madueke's terrible, but is he
Mm,
better than Martinelli? Is he better than Saka? Is he better than Trossard? If you answered no to any of those, we shouldn't have bought him. Like,
there you go.
we're the issue is we're a champion level team and we're still buying other teams leftovers. You don't
Mm,
see Chelsea buying any teams leftovers.
mm,
Excuse me. You don't see Man City buying any teams leftovers. We
mm.
buy theirs,
Yeah,
but they ain't buying ours. No
yeah,
one's scrambling to buy, I don't know, El Nini. Like, ooh,
yeah.
easy. Jorginho. No one's
Good,
scrambling
good.
to buy those guys,
Who's
right?
1 second? He's just got
He's
on
a
to
winner.
win now as well.
He's a winner.
He's a winner now. Sorry, I just had
Yeah.
to put that in there. Sorry, go
And I
ahead.
think we should have kept him. I would have kept him over Norgard.
Facts.
How do you buy a player from Brentford and you don't trust him to start against Brentford, who he captained?
Oh man, you're cooking, bro. You are
Like, come
cooking.
on, bro.
Bro,
As far, but
go on.
I think Berta had a lot to do with a little bit of money, and I think he did all right. I think where our problem is Mikhail is so married to whatever system he's going. Because,
Yeah.
I argue with people all the time about Gyökeres, and has he been crap? Yes. His hold-up play is absolutely awful.
Yeah.
But is the system also bad? Yes. I mean, Eze was a world beater for Crystal Palace, a team that also won a trophy, guys. I just want you to know that Crystal Palace won a trophy before Mikel Arteta in the last 5 years. But that's neither here nor there, right? We got him, and any Arsenal fan would have taken Eze in a heartbeat. But the Eze that we see now, I don't know who that guy is, right? That guy's Emil, and he ain't even Emil Smith Rowe. He's I don't even know how to describe how we're seeing Eze, but I know he's not this bad. But yeah, the business, I'm okay with the business except for Madueke. If we got Madueke for 25, I would have been like, fine. But 52, you look at the rivals' business, right? You look at some of the business that our rivals do. Marmouche, I would have taken him.
I was calling for him, but yeah, go on.
Who's that other guy that City have? The winger. Like,
Rounders.
They've gotten so many players for less than 52 million, and we're sitting here buying Nani Madueke.
Yeah.
We could have taken that money. You probably sold you a Trossard, sold you a Martinelli, and put it in for a player that could have actually done something. Kvara was the one I thought we should have gotten.
Oh, and I was saying that for so long, bro. So long.
And he proved it when he rinsed us for 2 legs. So
cooking, man. There you go. And I'm with you, man. Look, like I said, I mean, but he always had a difficult job. We know that. However, this is meant to be the main guy, and I think he is competent. And like I said, I gave the window a 6. It was lower than that before, but obviously he managed to get a few more people out the door on loan, which I thought was a good thing because, as you said, they're dead weight. But when you're leaving our squad, literally, like, we're 2 under quota right now. 8 came in, but 13 left. There's about 4 on loan. Those maths are not mathing up, especially if you are trying to fight for more than one competition. But we'll speak about that maybe in a little bit. I'll just move on to my next question then, because we were speaking about, the transfer business and what happened in the summer where we might change things. That's what I want to ask you now. Harry Potter moment, the 3 things that you would change at the club. I've heard some different things. I've heard a lot of people say the fans, but we want to hear what you say, my guys. So your 3 things, anything in the world.
I can change anything at the club. What I would do, firstly, I give the club back to the supporters. I think that the German model works. I think 51% of the supporters should own the club. I don't think that any mega millionaire, billionaire should own the club because in Germany, if the club ain't doing what they want, they stop going. And guess what? It happens very quickly. When the supporters trust get upset, in Italy, when the supporters get upset, Guess what? The club listen. But Kroenke don't care about we're customers. We're not fans, we're customers. As long as those turnstiles are going, he's got us right with. And I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem. I buy merch. I'm part of the problem.
Same.
Right? But if 50,000 people said, you know what, we're not buying merch, we ain't going to the club, this season, 100,000 people said we're just gonna boycott merch. I'm with you. But asking me to boycott and then saying you're not doing enough to help the club when 60,000 people go there, they buy all the merch, they do the tours, they do everything.
Even on a bad day, even when we lose.
So I would change that. As far as the atmosphere, because I've been to the Emirates, and one thing that I love about European football, you look at Slavia Prague, you look at even Real Madrid, like they have a singing support section.
Yes.
Right. And the one thing that I hate about our club is on Champions League nights when we're not doing well, you can hear the away supporters. You can hear them in the North Bank. You can hear them clock in. You can hear them on the TV. Right. And that's because our club is taking away those, whether it's Ashburton Army, they've taken away those fans, for your corporate seats. We want family section. That's great. Put them on the other end. And I think right next to the away fan, put the Ashburton Army. We need some ultras. Put us there. Right? Let those fans know you can't just come here and out sing us.
Exactly.
Right. But I think
you said that. Sorry to just cut in because it really upsets me, man, because even when I've been there since I haven't had the season ticket, and they physically come and tell you to pipe down, but yet the away fans are going mad, banging drums.
Players,
Not just that, bro, but also where they're situated, because in any other ground, the away fans are not in a good position. They're like
St. James Park, they in the heavens. They in Narnia.
Sorry, continue. Sorry.
My bad, man. I think the third thing, I'm always about the fans. Because I think without Arsenal, fans, there would be no Arsenal. We be a lower level team like that. The fans are what make our club, and they've always made the club. And I think what I would do is some of the prices, man, like the merch. When I first started following Arsenal, a football top was £55, and I thought that was expensive, bro. You can't even get a regular top less than £100. If you want a name on it, bro, you gotta do your week's wages. You like, do I pay my rent this month or do I go get an Arsenal kit? Like, and I feel like it's not just Arsenal; it's a lot of clubs. They've gotten away from the people. They've gotten away from the fans being the embodiment of the club, and we allow them to. We allow them to. But I would make it more accessible for the modern fan. Like, even for me, going to the stadium, I mean, you're paying £100 for the nosebleeds. And if you want anything to where you can actually see the players, you coming up $1,000. Or more. Right? But I lived in Spain and Real Madrid, Real Madrid, the team who could literally take a quarter of their trophy cabinet and fill half of our stadium, right? Their tickets are affordable.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to Wolves in the middle of the winter, and I'm paying £100 to be in no man's land.
In no man's land. Oh,
like I just think like football in this country has gotten away from the people that make it. Like the fans make the club.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So that's what I would change.
That's brilliant. No, you're right. And when we say the fans, sometimes they just say the fans, but because like I said, because big up Tony Claude Gunner, he was saying the other day, the guys in London and it's like, listen, I was there when the Wenger protest, there was no one there, bro. Like you can't just be the only ones doing it. You need numbers. And yes, we are in London, we're a lot closer to the club, but it's way too late for that now. I'm telling you, if you go to the Emirates now and you bring out a banner, you're more likely going to get in a fight with your own fan base than anybody else. That is the likelihood of it. Yeah. And like you said earlier, we need bums off seats and we need to stop buying the merch. I don't buy the merch no more. I bought Island Top the other day. The missus bought me back some fake ones from Turkey, but I do pay for, the game passes. I do pay for the internet. We all chip in some shape or form. Yeah. StreamYard to talk about this team. So now I'm with that, man. I'm with that. Definitely changing the atmosphere because I hate the way that the away fans are so close to the pitch. They can always do what they want, whereas they literally tell you to pipe down at the Emirates, which is an absolute shame. Before I get into the next question, though, let me just
speak on that real quick before you go, though?
Go ahead.
Can I speak on that real quick? So, because I listened to Vigilante in your conversation, and I wish I could have jumped on in, right? I think that for the London fans, they have a certain responsibility for the match day. That's their responsibility. So if we want to hit the Cronkies on match day, right, it's on the London fans to make a difference, right? But I think the only way that the Cronkies stop is on the international fans, because the international fans are what make Arsenal. You can have all 60,000 fans sit in the Emirates, but I guarantee you there are millions of fans around the world. When they go to Asia, guess what? That stadium's full, 100,000 Arsenal fans, right? When they go to America, 100,000 Arsenal fans. It needs to be a concerted effort. It can't just be, oh, the London fans, you have the only responsibility. Yeah, because a match day makes X amount, what, 10% of what they're making? It has to be worldwide fans saying, you know what? We're not going to buy any merch this year. Oh my God, sales in China are going down. Oh my God, sales in America are going down. Why is this happening? Because we want change. Until that happens, and I don't think it will, because, I mean, people are glad, they love their club. They love their club too much. But if you want change, it has to be a concerted effort between everyone.
Everyone.
It can't just be on the London fans.
Right. And that's what I was saying. Look, I understand what he means. We are a lot, just like what you said, match days, we are a lot closer, protesting. But then I watched the Spurs fans do like a mile walk and then go and sit in their seats. I mean, what's the point? The Wolves fans did it the other day in the Man United game, 15-minute protest just to go and sit in the seats anyway. Like, it doesn't make sense. So, but you're right. But it's a lot more harder than just saying London fans unite, because it's a bit way beyond that. It's a bit
now Sevilla, because I follow Sevilla as well, right? Okay. When Sevilla lost, when they started losing, right? And I don't condone violence, everyone. I don't condone violence. What they did was the players had to stay at the training ground. They wouldn't let them leave. The ultras would not let them leave. They barricaded the training ground and they kept them there. And they said, we either get changed or you will stay in here for the week. We will stay here as long as it takes to get changed. Right? We ain't doing that. London fans ain't doing that. We're not gonna sit in London cold and do everything.
No way.
We'll have a walkout, and then we'll have 20,000 fans walk out, and guess what? Them 20,000 tickets will be on sale the next week, and we'll have 20 more there to replace them.
Exactly. No, you hit the nail on the head, man. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. There's a little bit more context to it. Do you know what I mean? But you're right. It needs to be a concerted effort from literally everyone. And unfortunately, the Arteta outers, we're the smaller number. And that's why we're not really going to get change. Big up to Brian again, Chelsea fan. He says, just keep in mind, one game Madueke will look like a well beater. We know this already, bro. Why do you think the Arsenal fans were in uproar? I never signed a petition, but I didn't want him. Someone woke up on that day and said, Madueke, and everyone just agreed. I'm like, what? Like, why on earth would you do that? Listen, I'd rather go and get Savio, and he's just like Madueke, all the tricks, but not really no end product. But I'd still rather go and get him. That was crazy to me. But big up to you, Brian, and please make sure that you are subscribing to my guest, guys. Please, it's really important. Yeah, assembled. Big up to you. I know, obviously, I try and keep quiet when the guests on, so when I can, I jump into the comments. Like I said, Gunner for life, always doing us right. I'm loving Gunarican's energy. We need more. Hey, well, there you go.
Appreciate it.
Subscribe to the channel. Links are pinned. Names in the title. You know what to do, people. Big up to the assembled as well. And look at this legend, Suge, in the building with the super. I haven't got everything loaded up, but we can give you maybe a little.
Peace fucking manager.
You know what I mean? Like that, yeah. Maybe we can give you a bit of that. You're an absolute legend, Suge. Big up to you, my friend. He said, big up views, Gunarican and chat. Hit the likes and subscribe to Views and Gunarican. Always great listening to fans take on our club. Exactly, man. Exactly. Please make sure you do subscribe. And big up to you, Suge, each and every time. Can't afford turkey. I know. And big up to BBK in the house. Man said, yeah. Big up to you, man. Legend. Make sure you're also subbing to BBK. I haven't seen AJ or Vigilante. So if any of you other mods can throw in some links there, I would be grateful. For life, Not this channel views is a good host. Big up to you, man. Big up the assembled. Andrew saying we're not a big club anymore, just Emirates shopping mall. Yep, big business. That's what I was just saying to Rican. Even on bad days, even when we lose, the armory's packed. Is disgusting. I'm gonna be honest, it really is, and I'm gonna get you right back in, my friend. The assembled, no, not me, bro. Vigilante and AJ, the mod gods. Well, they're not here right now, so we need someone to step up. You know, you're the mascara, you're the hincappies right now. Do you know what I mean? We need you to. Yeah. I mean, last question I got here before I talk about you and your channel is whether you believe Arteta is the man to take us forward. And I asked you that with all, with all sincerity, no jokes. I ask most guests, but it's your turn now. Is he the guy to take us forward, bro?
I think if we're, and there was a comment before about learning on the job. If we're in year 7, and if you work, right? You work. If you're in year 7, right? Let's say you're a salesman. You got to sell 100 cars, right? And every year you get 97, 96. You think by year 7 you'll still have a job? No, because you didn't hit 100. You didn't hit 100.
Yep.
By year 2.5, you're like, listen, bro, I'm sorry, it's not working out. You haven't hit your quota, right? We're in year 7 and we're applauding this guy making substitutions. Year 7. Substitutions. Oh, he rotated great. Oh my God, Arteta. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God,
right?
The little things. Yep.
He put the guys on. He put Eze on. Oh my goodness. He put Nonyeri on. Oh my goodness. Right? Oh, he let Saka go to the left wing. Oh goodness gracious. This guy's a genius. He's an architect. He's an architect of invisibility. Guess why? Because I still ain't seen a trophy in 5 years. They all invisible. I've seen him in Manchester on both sides. I've seen him in Liverpool. I've seen him in Newcastle. Right? They're in London at Chelsea, Crystal Palace. Right? Even Tottenham. But guess what? I haven't seen one in the last 5 years. The Emirates Stadium. Still waiting. So do I think that this guy is the manager to take us forward? I also want to bring this up, right? Because it annoys me to no end. Right? People act like he's only been here 4 years. Oh, he finished second 3 times. So we just forget about the 2 times he finished 8th and 5th. We forget that in the documentary, right, the documentary was the first red flag because we did not make our target. We wanted Champions League. All we had to do was win 1 game. Did we win it, guys? Nope, we win the Europa League next year, right? We sold, not only were we in the Europa League, we sold our best player. Not sold him. Sorry, that's wrong. That's incorrect. We gave him away, and then we didn't make the Champions League. And people just like, "Oh, good job, Arteta. You tried your hardest." When we got rid of the greatest manager in our history for finishing 5th, we got rid of the second best manager probably the best manager we've had since Wenger, right?
Yep.
In Unai Emery for finishing 5th and getting to a final. How many finals has Mikel gotten to in the last 5 years?
Exactly.
We couldn't make a final against Newcastle. Exactly. We couldn't beat the worst Manchester United team I've seen in the last 10 years. We couldn't beat them. But we're still talking about, is this the man to take us forward? Stop it. Stop it. The only place I want him to go is to the job center with his P45. Right?
And Gunarica knows, because we're going to get into this right now. He knows about the job center because, yes, you can hear the accent, but this guy lives in the UK, and that segues me nicely onto you and to your channel. Let me just big up Tyson quickly, though, man. Evening, all sorry I'm late. Hey, listen, never apologize, my guy. There's always playback, and I know the playback gang does me good. So yeah, man, hit the links. Make sure you're following my guest. Make sure you're catching up if you can. I made the mistake of buying last year's shirt. Now I'm boycotting the merch.
Me too. They got me. The Champions League, Real Madrid. I was weak. I emptied out the armory, and then PSG bought me right back to earth.
That dopamine, man. That dopamine is strong, bro. It's strong. Yeah, cracking the 80s. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, big up to you, BBK, man. Definitely love that guy. Make sure you're showing him all the love in the world. I don't know what's going on for this little mini rat, so I'm sorry if you can hear him. Let me see if I'm missing anyone. Tyrone in the building. Big up Martin Tapp in the building. Big up to you, my friend. Please, all of you legends, click the links. Press the title name. Go and subscribe. Go and show him some love. That's what we try and do over here. DG's bigging up Taron. Big up Adam Turk. Man like Jimmy, bruv. Man like Jimmy. And men like Nick. But yeah, there's Goonerican's link. Let's get him to 1K. Big up to you, Suj. Bav the Rippers in the building. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Big up, big up. And yeah, so we've got other people stepping up for AJ and for Vigilante. We love that. Architect of Failure. I believe so. Not everyone has to agree. But, you know, just like what Goonerican was just doing, just giving you the cold, hard facts. We're not looking for other little stuff that's going to turn a positive to a negative or other way around. It's just the facts, no agendas. He is no longer inexperienced. Exactly. Nope. And no, we said it. Listen, I've never done carpentry, but give me 7 years, bro. I'm doing your whole house. I don't know about anybody else, but
I do your neighbor's house as well for 7 years.
Tell them again. Do you know what I'm saying? Which manager would you want? There you go. That's a great question. And before you answer that, big up to Rashid as well, each and every time. Level-headed Arsenal fan. Rashid now, he's level-headed now. Big up my broski Rashid. You know what I mean? Make sure you're subbing to him as well. Babs is bigging him up. Big up Babs. And Adam saying that documentary showed me he was a chancer and a cheerleader. There you go. But we did have a question, didn't we? Sorry, we did have a question. Who would you want, I believe, if we did get rid of Lego Head?
What, man? You know who I would have wanted and who I thought would have probably been perfect for us as well? Klopp. We were at a point where we were better than Liverpool. I think we had better play. They had man like Skirtle, bro. Like they had Mamadou Sakho. Like they had bums. And I think that if we had let Wenger go and just let him ride off into the sunset and gotten Klopp, it would have been different. Now, at this moment, there's two managers, and they're probably unrealistic. Zinedine Zidane, he would win with his team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think Ancelotti would win with this team as well.
My God.
I think Ancelotti would win with this team.
It's like you read my mind. I was calling for Ancelotti. Oh, but look what he done with Everton. That's what the Arsenal fans will tell you.
Everton suck. They're terrible.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro. That was so on point. Carry on. Sorry. Carry on.
They're terrible. Everton are a terrible team, right? It all depends on what kind of team you have around. What do I expect Ancelotti to rebuild a team? No. But if we got a team like we have now, I guarantee you Martinelli wouldn't be running laps at left wing back. I guarantee that. I guarantee we would be winning games. You know what I don't want? I think the better answer to that is who I don't want. All right. I don't want Seth Fabregas. I don't want Glasner. And I think Glasner is a good manager. I don't want any more. Let's see if we can do this. I want winners, right? I want your Inzaghi's. I take Simeone. I want winners. I want some. You know why I would take Simeone? And people will say that, Simeone, he's mid. Atletico haven't won anything. First off, he beat one of the greatest Real Madrid and Barcelona teams of all time to win La Liga, right? Let's not poo-poo that. Like that's a good feat. But also, the man's got bollocks, bro. Yeah. Like you think we're gonna be rolling around and getting beat by scrubs? Nah, because when we played them, they were kicking us all over the joint. Right? That's what I want. I want Arsenal to have some fight. We don't have anything. We're 11 poodles out there, right?
It's funny. Sorry, it's funny because apparently we've got all of that now. We can't be bullied. We've got the endless depth. This ain't the team of old. Funny that, because the moment the pressure's on, I always see the team of old. Do you know what I mean? But wow. Let me ask you.
I watched Zubimendi get rock bottom. What are we talking about? Come on, man.
On Zubimendi, man. And I said at the beginning, I said, I know why he had to go, but you're going to realize what we're missing in midfield now that he's gone. And these two people are not it. I don't know who chose those, but they're not it. And we will, like I said, if you got 10 minutes to think about what you're going to do, Zubi's going to look good. But in certain other games, he's constantly fouling, constantly getting yellow cards. Even Moreno in midfield is an absolute bum. But there you go. Big up to you, Rashid. Always appreciate that, bro. Like I said, please make sure you subscribe to my guest. Sue says, I can't lie. I get merch every year. It's my missus' superstition to get merch I wear to hospital.
No fault in that. No fault in that.
And listen, if it's bought for you for a gift, then, your family's just doing what families do, innit? But if you're just actively out here acting like the cheerleader, like someone said before, then yeah, that's crazy. There's Rashid's link. Really appreciate that. How's it going, Gav? So you guys are chatting. Don Carlo, absolutely. We are on Twitch and we are on Kick. So if you're not a bot, follow us. We'll follow back. All of that good stuff. If there anyone else that I've missed, well, while I'm waiting, look, make sure you subscribe to Rashid. Big up to you. Glasnow's Tenta. He is, but he's also just coming into his pomp. I agree. I want someone whose CV is long right now. Someone who's long in the tooth. I don't want any more asterisks. I'm exactly with Guna Rican on that one.
When I look at my next manager, I want to see UCL. I want even if we get him from South America, Copa Libertadores. I want to see something. I want to see World Cup. I want to see some kind of like Mikel Arteta should have never been to this club, and that's not me hating, but we're talking about the third biggest club in England. And we're getting a guy who's never managed before off of hope. Off of hope. When there were plenty of other good managers out there, because we've seen them. We've seen them come and be dominant.
Yeah.
And now we're in year 7 talking about, Arteta might win the league this season. Like, come on, bro.
There's still Arsenal fans, Rican, that will tell you like they're having to think about it. But loads of those top guys as well. If we just make champs again and don't win anything, then is it time to go? And they're thinking about it. I mean, it's unreal. It really is. It's
so that comment. That's my guy from South Florida. He that's my guy, right?
The American brother. Big up.
Yeah,
man.
That's my guy. That's my guy, right?
To you, man. Listen. We welcome everyone over here, man. Even if you're top, we're gonna listen to what you're saying. We want to know why, but that's your guy, man. He said you're already planning for our next manager. I mean, what's his take on Arsenal?
My thing with and I'll say this, right? It's Premier League, Champions League, or leave. Like that's it for me. And I got people who are like, if he wins the double, is that progress? Yeah, 5 years ago. He won a double 5 years ago, 3 years ago. If we the first time we finished second, if we had won the Carabao Cup and FA Cup double, I'd sit here singing his praises. Yeah, we didn't make it, but we won something. We're in year 5, and we're still talking about my manager, or when my manager wins something, then you gotta apologize. So are you gonna apologize to me for the last 6 years of not winning anything? Do I get an apology? Because I was right them times, but
it never
now
comes,
if we win a year 7, we were right all along. Okay, I had to wait 7 years. That's okay. It's all right.
You know what I mean? Like, we got time to waste, bro. Yeah, listen, you're literally preaching to the choir, bro. I literally say the same thing. Big up to Adam. He said the penny will drop for the squad when the next manager comes in. Super Mick treating them like cart horses. It's true. I mean, look, this season it looks like exactly the same as last season, with all these players getting, just dragged through the mud. Absolutely dragged through the mud. But yeah, boom. Let me get on to my question about you, though. Guna Rican, like I said, he's got an accent, but he does live in the UK. Like, just give us a little breakdown on your story, what you got going on your channel, bro.
So I moved here in 2018. I moved here to go to university. I went to University of Southampton. And because I couldn't go to London. I was gonna go to London. I was gonna go to uni in London, but like I said, I'm delusional, and I know that I'm gonna go there, spend all my money, and be at the armory every day. And I'd probably fell out of school, so I was like, let me go to Southampton. It's far enough away, where I can watch the Arsenal and actually get my degree. So that's what I did. And then after my 4 years, I decided to stay. And I used to do like videos on my Facebook, with my family and stuff, talking about Arsenal way back in 2016, just like post match stuff, just kind of how I felt. And then somebody was like, it's actually a bus driver where I work. He was like, hey man, you should do a YouTube. And I was like, nah, bro, all I got is my phone. I was like, ain't nobody gonna want to hear me waffle, bro. And he was like, just do it, bro, just do it. And I think I put in a message to Curtis Shaw. And he was like, just do it. He said, I started in the car, just do it. And I started 6 months ago, and I just like waffling about Arsenal, man. I like football. That's what I like. I don't ever expect to make any money. I don't ever expect to be, as much as they annoy me, AFTV levels. But I just want to talk about Arsenal with like-minded people, man. Right. And even I like debate. So even, you know, not like-minded people, like Egal, you know, like I respect him. Do I agree with him? No, because it's a bunch of waffle. But I like the debate. I live for the debate, and that's kind of why I created the channel. Like, because I wanted to. I mean, I'll give him 100% credit. When you got man like Egal, who's probably one of the biggest North American Arsenal fans, as our representation, that didn't sit right with me.
Right. I didn't even think about that, to be fair. But
I'm
that's
like,
a great point. That's a great point. Because
we got, you know, you have Arsenal kind of channels, but the crossover doesn't happen much, right? So when you look at the British space, you look at AFTV, you look at, you know, even you know, your Liverpool channels and stuff, you don't really see a lot of Americans, but there are American channels that cater to them. And I was like, we need North Americans. If every time I open my Arsenal app and I see Egal, I was like, who's checking this dude? Right? You have Matty the Southern Gooner, right? He be there every now and then, but you know, he got to work, he got stuff to do, right? And this guy's just going around unchecked. And I'm just like, nah, I can't have it, bro. I can't have it. I can't sit here and let this man be our representation. Right? I can't have it. So
we got BBK as well, man. Big up BBK, man. He's
I like BBK, man. He's a top guy, bro.
Got BBK as well, man.
Yeah, that's why I started. I just want to waffle about it.
I appreciate that. And you decided to stay. And I think I saw on Twitter you got another couple of years. And so that's good, man. That's good, man. That's good. I don't know why, because this island, I hate it, but other people seem to like it. No, man, but listen, that's been really enjoyable. I barely even had to say anything, and they're the ones I love. Do you know what I mean? People have liked your energy as well. Like I said, guys, please make sure to subscribe to Guna Rican. Like I said, the link is pinned. The name is in the chat. Let him leave with more than what he came in with. I'll just get through a couple more of these comments and we'll get out of here, because I've got food to eat. I can't even lie. I'm at the stage where as long as Arteta is out of here, I don't care who is right now. Just end this nightmare. I mean, just like what you know, Guna Rican said, we went and just got the assistant. He's never managed before. We can't do any worse than that, surely. Do you know what I mean? You know, this so stupid, man. Big up Martin, hope you're good, my guy. Big up to Suj. Kwaja, the Sweet Prince, will be back next week. We will see, probably. Money Penny wraps the ball well. Yeah, I remember that comment you said. Philippe Louise, what are you talking about as a manager?
Nah, man. I don't want no more project managers. I do got a question for you though, Fuse. Right? So you asked me a lot. I got one for you. So, knowing what you know now, right? At this moment in time with Mikel Arteta, would you have give Arsene Wenger 5 more years?
100%. And I was wrong, because I was protesting Arsene Wenger to get out, because we had standards back then. But knowing what I did now, oh my days. I was
never Wenger. Like massively Arteta out. I mean, not Wenger out. But I understood why people wanted to change. Because of the Bayerns, because of always falling short. But I just don't understand why we got rid of him, this guy who has a gold trophy, who gave us a lot of Arsenal fans, even me, in his banter area. That's where I fell in love with Arsenal, watching his team, right? We got rid of him to allow the same thing from. I didn't like Mikel Arteta as a player. He's basically El Neni with a better hairstyle, right? So I don't understand how, you know, at this moment in time we're saying Wenger had to go. We can't stand it anymore. And now we're sitting here and Mikel's doing the same thing with a worse team. I'm not enjoying watching the football anymore. Right? You get the occasional game, but it's not like it was. And we're still talking about, oh, maybe he'll win something.
I mean, what are we doing here? Martin Tap, man. Big up to you, my friend. I haven't got everything loaded up. We're going to give you a quick round of applause. And maybe a little one of those. Big up to you, my friend. Yeah, Suja Martin Tap for sponsoring today's show. Oh, that's brilliant, man. Have you got anything coming up, my bro?
No, I haven't started the live streaming thing. It gives me anxiety a little bit, but I do hop on people's channels when they invite me. And then I always have, you know, the match preview, my match review. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Would I take somebody like Xavi? Xavi's kind of weird, man, because, he won, but I want somebody with a UCL on their CV, with a Champions League on their CV. That's the bare minimum for me. At least one. And then that's all I want. Have you won the Champions League? Yes or no? If the answer is no, I don't want you at the club. I want to see it. I want to see.
Not anyone, yeah. But no, but the thing is, Tyson, it could be anyone. Who was Mikel Arteta before Arsenal? And the thing is, right, and I'll say this and we'll close out on this. Obviously, I'll get your opinions on it as well, because I don't know what's going on downstairs. This dog is constantly barking, right? Arteta has become Arsenal. When he leaves, whenever that is, whether he gets sacked, whether he walks, he's going to go into a half decent job. He would never have had that opportunity if it wasn't for Arsenal. Is it not meant to be the other way around? Is he not meant to come in to help our team achieve, and then you can build up your team after that? But it's like people have looked at him, seen that he can kind of do a job, maybe defensively. You might not get across the line, but it could be good for certain other clubs. The point I'm trying to make is, if you would have just left Man City as an assistant with your badges, where would you be? When you leave Arsenal, I guarantee your prospects are going to be better than what they would have. I mean, what's your thoughts on that quickly before we get out of it?
We've become a feeder club, and that's something that happened, in the Wenger days. Players started doing it, using us as a springboard to go to Real Madrid. We use it as a springboard to go to Barcelona. And I think managers do the same, right? And it shouldn't be that way. Arsenal should be up there as you've gotten a smaller club, and then you come to Arsenal and you become a legend. Yeah. But it's not like that. As far as Mikel, though, my final bit on Mikel, and then I'll shut up. I'm not one of these people that is so anti-Mikel Arteta where if he wins, he's got to go. I'm not at that point. Because I want Mikel Arteta to succeed. Like, if he succeeds, we succeed. Right. So I'm not, this isn't coming from a place where I just hate Mikel and I want us to lose to get rid of Mikel. I don't want that. I want Arsenal to win. But we're in year 7 talking about things that we would say to a year 2 manager.
Right.
That's my issue. But if we win the Champions League, if we win the league, then he should stay on. And I'll be the first. I'll go buy me a Mikel Arteta bobblehead at the trophy parade. Get Arteta on the back of the jersey.
Exactly.
But yeah, I can't just keep making excuses because we finished second and we've done so well. And it's like,
Roberto Di Matteo, mate. No. He's won the Champions League. Brian's got jokes. You know what I'm saying? Brian has got jokes, man. Sorry.
I take Mourinho.
Bro.
I take Mourinho.
He'd have more. He's got more argument to come in to manage my team as of the 12th of December 2025 than Mikel Arteta right now. And I'll definitely agree on that. 100%. Let me just big up Hendo. Late to the show. We are about to wrap it up, man, but don't worry, man. You can watch it on playback. Please make sure you are subscribing to my guest. You know what I'm saying? Because we like to do things like that. Tyson said, if I buy it, I'd still say big up to you, my bro, man. But listen, thank you to everyone. That was Guna Rican's Under the Lens. I think you done brilliantly, my friend. I really enjoyed it. As I keep saying, make sure you're subscribing. And we'll do it again, man. If you need as well, I can jump on your platform or whatever as well. But yeah, man, big up, man. What we're gonna do now, guys, is we're gonna send you over to Lee Reacts. I think he's doing something or the other. So get over there and hit him with a views raid. And yeah, man, big up. Make sure you're subscribing to Guna Rican, people, man. Any last words, my bro?
Nah, man. Just hope that we win, and I hope we beat Wolves. All right, my score prediction as well is 5-0.
How silly of me that I forgot to even ask about that. I was just enjoying you talking because it sounded like I was listening to myself, bro. How can I even forget to ask you what the prediction is? Because I think Kwaja said 3-0 prediction. I'm saying, look, I said 3-1, yeah, because our defense is a bit all over the place. But that's not good. Like, if it ain't 5-6-1, I don't know if it's a good performance. Like, so I kind of agree with you on that, man. What was your? Do you say 3-0?
I said 5. I want 5. They're the worst team in the league. They got 2 points. We should be wiping the floor with them. Exactly. And anything, in my opinion, anything less than 2-0, I'll be kind of disappointed. We got the 3 points, but when you're seeing worst teams blow them out, like, if we can't score 3 goals against the worst team in the league, like worse than Southampton were, then yeah, we got some issues, but
We got some issues, man.
appreciate it. But yeah, I think I want 5-0. 5-1. I'll say 5-1.
5-1.
Because I think we'll let in a goal. It might be
same. But we got to try and score big, man. I definitely want to see that. But listen, thank you, everybody. Like I said, we are going to send you to Leave Reacts, hit him with a views raid. Make sure you subscribe to Goonerican, and we will be back tomorrow with lots of stuff because it's match day. So catch us then, people. Peace and love, man. Big up, man.
Take it easy.